And it's Wednesday's Real Talk on Real Estate, and we are live. And today, as I sit here doing my nighttime cardio, we're going live to bring you guys housing market updates and new construction. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what's happening in the current state of the market as it relates to new construction and housing. Super important. One of the main reasons is because that's our audience, right? We're buying land, we're building houses, people come in, they're worried about the current state of the market with high interest rates, inflation, instability of where we are economically because of war, the talk of World War III, and all this craziness. And so how does that fit in alignment with what we're teaching, what we're working on, and your profits? How you buy, how you actually migrate through this market, and how you take down new builds in the current residential market. So let's talk a little bit about economics really quick and how to position yourself in the safest realm, right? Investing is risky no matter what. So like if you buy into the stock market, there's a level of risk, right? If you buy into bonds, risk goes down, but sort of in most markets, the bond market pays out just a little bit. Today it's paying out a lot. You buy into like a 401k, there's still some risks, right? So there's risk in every investment, but how do you mitigate those risks? How do you compress your risk so that you have the highest potential for returns on investments? That's the big question. And so that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. When you talk about the housing market and new construction, how do we mitigate risk, compress that risk down so that way you can make the largest return on investment with the least amount of risk, even though there's risk in there. And so nothing's risk-free, okay? You get in your car in the morning, you turn on your ignition, you drive down the road, there's a risk, right? You're in an automobile that's a powered machine. Hundreds of millions of other drivers all around you, you're expecting that they make the right decisions at the right time to protect you, right? But it's a risk. But how do you mitigate that risk? By following instructions, following the law, doing what you're supposed to be doing. Real estate is the exact same thing. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the residential market, and let's talk about how you mitigate that. So we talk a lot about affordable housing. I want to make this very clear, that in this market, passive income, stabilized assets, revenue that's going to come in for a long time, that's where you park money into affordable housing. Because to the end of time, you and I will leave this earth before poverty is conquered. God willing, at some point in time, maybe it'll get conquered. I don't see in the foreseen future if that's the case. So we have the ability to profit from affordable housing long term. Okay, so if we get into affordable housing, do people that are broke have money? That's the big question, right? Okay, do broke people have money? Answer is no. So if we target affordable housing as a means of active income to generate capital, you're going to starve. And the reason why is because broke people don't have money. So who do we go after? Now we can attack the ultra wealthy. Problem is that the ultra wealthy only constitute for 1% of our entire world population. Now, the wealthy, not ultra wealthy, just the wealthy in general, constitute for only 3%. 1% of which is the ultra wealthy. So only 2% of our population. So hitting that market, the numbers start to go down as to your reach for these people. So point being is that people that are less affluent get hit financially first. The ultra wealthy and the secondary wealth market, people that are smart, they start to exit the ultra wealthy market. That's the market that gets hit second as far as price compression. The third market that gets hit is the upper middle class. People that have expendable day in, day out revenue. But as Americans, their money, just like everybody else, burns a hole in their pocket. But they've had 2-3 homes, a really good job. A lot of them are empty nesters, and a lot of them are on retirement income. Okay, so we target market the upper middle class. It constitutes for 24% of homebuyers. So we want to hit that upper middle class because, one, they have money. Those are the people with money in their pockets. Where do you get money? From other people's pockets. people who have it. Not broke people, but people who have it. So the point being is that you have to attack the market head on with people who have expendable capital in their wallets. In spite of recessions, in spite of shitty housing market, high interest rates and everything else, you have to attack the market with who has money. My cousin once told me, he goes, damn, Jerome, he goes, everybody you do work for is wealthy. They weren't really wealthy. They were just like the upper middle class. But in his eyes, he would tell me, everybody you deal with has money. I said, who the fuck are you doing business with? And he goes, a bunch of broke ass people. That's why I'm always broke. And I said, bingo. You've got to attack the market where people still have financial lucrativeness. That's the upper middle class, ladies and gentlemen. It's the people that have worked a great career. And so in this housing market right now, those people themselves will also get hit. Believe you me, especially now, like this whole thing on war is going to help soften up interest rates a little bit. That's like you have to find a positive side of it. Not that I want war. That's probably the only good side of it, right? But in spite of that, it makes people worry. So even with interest rates coming down, the average person that sits like a couch potato in front of their television, flipping through channels, worrying about this world war and what's happening in the Middle East, it becomes very scary. So I don't pay attention to it. My wife tells me, Jerome, you live in your own little artificial world. I said, I know. I like my own little world. Because in my world, I look at numbers. I look at stats. I look at what my day in, day out world needs to be like in order to generate a profit and keep my mind right, more so than anything. Like mental health is super important. So I always tell people, say, look, turn that garbage off. I can't make a difference in it, but what I can do is I can make a difference in my life, the people I love, so that we can go out and then really make a difference. And you can too. So have to target market in this housing chaos that we're going through right now, the upper middle class. And they are that demographics, if you look at homes for sale, over $500,000 and under $1 million have seen the least compression. In fact, not only have they seen the least compression, they've actually went up in value over 6% in the last 12 months. So if you look at all the other houses in the housing market that are sitting back, you're sitting back going, holy shit. In this crazy market, homes between $500,000 and $1 million have actually went up in value by 6% compared to the regular market that has went up between 2 and 4%, depending on where you live. That upper median is still on fire because average annual growth in a healthy market is between 1.5% to 2% growth annually. So if we're still 6%, we're still better than 3 times higher than a normal market. So we're still living in this artificially stimulated market from printing money and everything with inflation. And because of supply and demand in the housing market, we're still living it. Now, don't expect that if you have something for sale between now and January, it's going to miraculously sell. You will sit on your homes for a little longer, especially new construction. There's a little bit more, like in the market I'm in the specific demographics, there was 6 homes for sale during the height of the real estate boom. Now there's 33 homes for sale in that small demographical area. So right now we have 6 times more homes on the market for sale, which gives people options, believe it or not. You sit back and go, wow, 6, 33 still doesn't sound like a lot, but it still gives people options depending on how many homes are being sold in that specific market each month. And so it means, like, I have a house that just went on the market. It's been on the market for 60 days. We just made some strategic changes. We're putting dumb stuff like refrigerators in them. Where in a stimulated market, we never put refrigerators in them. We've applianced them really well with nice upper appliances, gallery collection series appliances, not Sub-Zero. But now, and we land up leaving the refrigerators out and telling people, oh, we leave those out for you to pick. Right? Now, no more. Needs to be move-in ready. Put the refrigerators in. Those little tiny extra things that you sell, sweating like a pig in here, that you sell with the house will actually help you sell the house a little bit quicker. If your house, believe it or not, doesn't have a refrigerator in it, stupid as it sounds, your house may stay on the market for an extra 30 to 60 days, and something as small as a refrigerator will make them migrate to the next available home that's on the market because it has all the appliances in it. Okay? Don't be using garbage in your new construction. Fix and flippers, all you guys pay attention. Most restaurants, I'm gonna use restaurants as an example because I know you guys have all experienced what I've experienced in compressed markets. We experienced this in 2008 when the recession hit. You did too. And when COVID hit in 2019, I experienced it with restaurants. You did too. Restaurants were struggling. People didn't have as much expendable money. And when restaurants start to starve financially, where do they start to shave costs? Labor, customer service goes down, and materials, food. So I'll give you an example. My wife and I hate Applebee's. Sorry, Applebee's is not my thing. But there was one that was built in 2006 right by our old house. So it was a convenient location to go eat because there wasn't a lot of food around there. And the reason my wife liked Applebee's is because pre-2008, they used fresh vegetables, real fresh vegetables. And my wife's vegetarian. So she's like, I love it. Let's go to Applebee's. I say, okay, cool. That's what you like? Let's go. And lo and behold, 2008 hits. We roll into Applebee's, friggin' frozen ass vegetables, frozen shitty vegetables. My wife was like, bummed. Last day we ate at Applebee's because brought in an inferior product. Why would you do that, okay? Biggest mistake most builders make. You're gonna experience this with your competitors. You're not gonna do this because you're listening to this video right now. But what ends up happening with most competitors is what do they do when the market compresses? They go, well, I can't sell my house for as much money, or it's gonna sit in the market a little bit longer. So I'm gonna shave off shittier toilets. I'm gonna put in maybe shittier countertops, shittier doors, something subpar, right? That takes away from the quality. Like I did this, I remember walking homes in 2008. And I walk in, and nothing against Home Depot, right? Like there's a place for those products. In lower end apartments, fix and flips, or, office buildings, something like that. But they have these Glacier Bay low end toilets. I love you, Glacier Bay. You've been good to me, but not in a custom home or semi-custom home. So you start putting this garbage in there. They have these boxes, light fixtures that look like they're from 1990 in the houses. And I'm going, that shit's not gonna sell a house. That's the first thing that sophisticated buyers see in a house. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you guys this, that if you're selling to the upper demographics of the middle class, those are sophisticated buyers. Those people know quality and the lack thereof. So if you start putting garbage shit in your houses, with new construction, guess what? They will know and they'll just migrate to my houses. Because this is, instead of taking a price cut, you take the 8% increase, 6% increase in real estate values, and here's what you do. You dump another $10,000 on a profit. You're gonna make over 200 grand on these houses anyways if you do it under our business model. So make 190, but sell the damn house. Take your friggin' profit and run and start the next one. But here's what you do, ladies and gentlemen. You land up putting that extra $10,000 in a bit nicer night light fixtures. Spend an extra $300 on your lighting package. That little stuff. Put in better quality finished facade to your curb appeal. Keep with the same Kohler or high-end American Standard toilets. Don't have to be the highest quality, just good stuff. And when they walk in your house, put in that refrigerator. And when they walk in your house, they will feel the difference between your property and the garbage next door. And I promise you, you will shave 30 to 60 days off your house sitting on the market. And when you do that, you can come thank me later because I promise that shit works, okay? Let me answer a couple questions before I get off this bike. I usually only do 25 minutes each night. I'm already at 30. We've been on with you guys for a cold 14 minutes. So let's go 6 minutes, Q&A. Okay, thank you, Jerome. Evening, what's up, Michael? Michael Reyes, Marcus. Let's see, Marcus. Both you help me keep my mind right. Brother, oh yeah, bro. I'll help you keep your mind right. I already drive myself crazy for all of you guys, for me and my wife. I drive us all crazy enough. I'll help you keep your mind right. Okay, let's see here. Jerome, thank you for the content effort. Yeah, bro, I got you, Jay. As long as God gives me health, I'll be here with you guys. Just pray for good health all the time. That's it, baby. Bro, I appreciate you being on here, bro. Let's see here, man. Garrett, what's up, Garrett? Dropping gold as usual. Yeah, always for you guys, bro. Always. True build a house. you would live in. That's right. He built a house you would live in. This house I own right here, we built this house back in 2010. And it's the biggest house we've ever built in a crappy market. The guy who sold it to lost it 6 months later. And we watched this house on the market foreclosure for 7 years. And yeah, we picked it up and we stole it. We sold this thing for $2.2 million, 2.1 something. And then bought it back for less than that. We own it worth a lot more than that. So just be patient. And yeah, this is a great place, great time on earth to be able to pick up stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you guys. You guys go out and make it a great day. Remember, the housing market is only as compressed as your limited knowledge. So continue educating yourself and get yourself all the wisdom you need. God bless you guys, and go out and compound your success.